Guess what? It's time for some bedtime stories. Right, Bernard? Are you ready? We are. Our first book is called Alone Together. This is written by Suzanne Bloom, illustrated by her too, and is published by Boyds Mills Press. Where's Bear? Fox asked. Over there, said Goose. Alone? Asked Fox. Sometimes Bear likes to be alone, Goose said. Me too. I'm going to be alone with Bear. Why are you all by yourself, Bear? Are you sad? Are you mad? Are you lonely? Occasionally, I like some quiet time, Bear said. Me too, said Fox. Quiet leaves room for humming. Bear is going. And twirling. Whoosh. Shh, said Bear. No. That sounds like the ocean. I mean, hush. No noise. Quiet, please. I'm a little lonely over here all by myself. Are you done being alone, Bear? Yes, I guess. You'll be quiet? As quiet as a little sleeping fox. Oh, Goosey, Fox said, you're here. Now we can all be alone together. And you know what? They were. Well, should we do a finger play? Don't know any about foxes or geese. Well, we could have bears jumping on the bed, couldn't we? Or maybe, I actually think that of the three of them, Fox would be the one who would jump on the bed. So can you get your 5 little foxes and your bed ready? There were 5 little foxes who were jumping on the bed. When one fell off, well, he bumped his head. His mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more foxes jumping on the bed. So 4 little foxes were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more foxes jumping on the bed. So 3 little foxes were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. Well, his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more foxes jumping on the bed. So 2 little foxes were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. His mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more foxes jumping on the bed. So that leaves 1 little fox who is jumping on the bed. When she fell off, oh, she bumped her head. Her mama called the doctor. The doctor said, no more foxes jumping on the bed. No more foxes. Now I have a question. What would happen if all of the animals came inside? Well, we're going to find out. This is a book by Pindar, illustrated by Mark Brown, who does all of the books about Arthur and D.W. This is published by Little Brown and Company. Do you see all the animals? If all the animals came inside, my brother would cry, my sister would hide, my doggie would bark, the kitten would hiss, my parents would make funny faces like this. But I wouldn't look for a place to hide. I'd climb aboard for an elephant ride. Thump, harump, bang, bump. Oh, the walls would tremble, the windows would shake. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. When all the animals played hide and seek, I'd cover my eyes, but the monkeys would peek. They'd laugh and they'd point, they'd swing and they'd run. I'd hide with a hippo and have so much fun. Crash, bang, zoom, boom. The walls would tremble, the closets would quake. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. When all of the animals wanted a snack, the skunk and the panda and even the yak would rush to the kitchen and chew up our food. Mom would tell them to stop being so rude. Lunch, munch, burp, crunch. The walls would tremble, the dishes would break. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. When all the animals needed a drink, they'd slobber and drool all over the sink. The badger would blubber, the grizzly would burp. My sister would mutter, it's not nice to slurp. Pew, phew, ick, ooh. The walls would tremble, the cupboards would shake. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. The lions would roar as they sprawled on the floor. The lemurs would lollygag right by the door. My daddy would try to sit down in his chair and he'd holler and whoop with a porcupine there. Oh, wow, ouch, youch. The walls would tremble, the sofa would break. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. The gibbons would giggle, hyenas would laugh, the ostrich and I would go race the giraffe. We'd follow the bears as they ran up the stairs, we'd bounce on the beds and knock over chairs. Rumble, jumble, pounce, bounce, the walls would tremble, the dressers would shake. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. At bath time, my daddy would stammer and stare. You can't take a bath with an octopus there. The faucet would leak, the bathroom would flood. Daddy would slip and he'd land with a thud. Splish, splash, slip, splat. The walls would tremble, the toilet would shake. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. When all the animals wanted to play, they'd grab all my toys. They'd take them away. Upstairs and downstairs and out in the hall, the chipmunks would draw with my paint on the wall. Wibble, scribble, wipe, swipe. The walls would tremble, the crayons would break. Oh, what a terrible mess we would make. The bats would be dealing my cards on the ceiling. The squirrels would be squealing. The paint would be peeling. The rhinos downstairs would be watching TV. They'd stand in the way and leave no room for me. Spilling the popcorn and causing a riot, whooping and snorting, they'd never be quiet. Every last creature would sleep in my bed with oodles of pillows, one for each head. From sunset to sunrise, the wolves and the owls would keep us awake with their hooting and howls. We'd have nowhere to sleep, so we'd stretch and we'd yawn. We'd pack up our tent and go play on the lawn. As fun as a house full of critters could be, my dog and my kitten are plenty for me. And that's the end. I think I agree. I don't think I'd want all those animals in my house. There were 5 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 4 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 3 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 2 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There was 1 in the bed, and the little one said, good night. I think if I had all those animals in my house, I'd be feeling a little bit grumpy, kind of like the animal in this story. This is called The Grumpy Monkey. It's written by Suzanne Lang and illustrated by Max Lang, and is published by Random House. Ready to go to the jungle? One wonderful day, Chimpanzee woke to discover that nothing was right. The sun was too bright, the sky too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Jim was confused. What's going on? Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. I'm not grumpy, Jim insisted. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Marabou. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true, said Norman. You're all hunched. So Jim loosened up. Then he ran into Lemur. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemur. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked Lemur. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy. Well, your eyebrows look grumpy, said Lemur. It's true, said Norman. They're all bunched up. So Jim raised his brow. Then he tripped over Snake. Oh no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling grumpy. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Then why that frown, said Snake. I think it's because he tripped over you, Norman whispered to Snake. So Jim put on a smile. And finally, Jim looked happy. But he didn't feel happy inside. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy this wonderful day. You should sing with us, said the birds. Jim didn't feel like singing. You should swing with us, said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. You should roll with us, said the zebras. Jim didn't feel like rolling. You should stroll with us, said the peacocks. Jim didn't feel like strolling. You should lie in the grass. You should stomp your feet. You should take a bath. Make a splash. You should hug someone. You should laugh. You should take a nap. You should eat old meat or some honey. You should sit in the sun You should jump up and down. You should dance. But Jim didn't feel like doing any of that. Why are you grumpy, Jim? Asked the others. It's such a wonderful day. I'm not grumpy, shouted Jim, and he beat his chest. And he stomped off. Jim felt sorry. A little sorry for shouting at everyone, but mostly sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, Jim sighed. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman. Norman was slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up and he was frowning. What's the matter? Are you grumpy? Asked Jim. No, I danced with porcupines, said Norman. Ouch. Are you okay? Asked Jim. It hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough, said Norman. Are you still grumpy? Yes, said Jim, but I'll probably feel better soon enough too. For now, I need to be grumpy. It's a wonderful day to be grumpy, said Norman, and Jim agreed. And you know, he already felt a little bit better. Well, there were 5 little monkeys swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. But along came Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So hide one of your monkeys. 4 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. Another monkey. 3 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. 2 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. 1 little monkey is swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. No little monkeys are swinging in the tree, I'd better watch out so he won't catch me. Well, talking about catching somebody, we're going to have a story about some people who are out fishing. And do you think they'll catch a fish with a deep sea smile? This is a story by Margaret Weiss Brown, who did Goodnight Moon. It's illustrated by Henry Fisher, and it's published by Parragon. And this is a rhyming book. They fished and they fished way out in the sea. Down in the sea a mile, they fished among all the fish in the sea for a fish with a deep sea smile. One fish came from deep in the sea, from down in the sea a mile, with blue-green eyes and whiskers, 3, but never a deep sea smile. One fish came up from deep in the sea, from down in the sea a mile, with electric lights up and down its tail, but never a deep sea smile. They fished and they fished all across the sea, and down in the depths a mile, they fished among all the fish in the sea for a fish with a deep sea smile. One fish came up with terrible teeth, and one fish had long, strong jaws. One fish came up with eyes on stalks, and one fish with terrible claws. They fished all through the ocean deep for many and many a mile, and they caught a fish with a laughing eye, but none had a deep sea smile. And then one day, they got a pull from down in the sea a mile, and when they pulled that fish into the boat, why, he smiled a deep sea smile. And as he smiled, the hook broke free. And then, what a deep sea smile. He flipped his tail and he swam away down in the sea a mile. I'm glad he got away, aren't you? Well, can you reach into your pocket and get your pretend bubble gum out? I'll get mine. Here it is. It's got a wrapper, so I'm going to take the wrapper off, set it aside. Then I'm going to put the gum in my mouth and chew it up until it's all soft and squishy, and we'll do something disgusting with it. Let's go. Okay, put your hand out. When I count to 3, spit your gum right into your hand. 1, 2, 3. Clap your other hand on top, so now your hands are stuck together with sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your back. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your elbow. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your nose. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your knee. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your cheek. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your belly. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on mom or dad. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your toe. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Time to throw it in the trash. Well, we're getting close to the end of the program. We're going to have a story called Time for Bed before we do our flannel board and our final book. This is written by Mem Fox and illustrated by Jane Dyer. And it's published by Gulliver Books, a division of Harcourt. It's time for bed, little mouse, little mouse. Darkness is falling all over the house. You see that little tiny mouse? It's time for bed, little goose, little goose. The stars are out and on the loose. It's time for bed, little cat, little cat. So snuggle in tight. That's right, like that. It's time for bed, little calf, little calf. What happened today that made you laugh? It's time for bed, little foal, little foal. I'll whisper a secret, but don't tell a soul. It's time for bed, little fish, so hold your breath and make a wish. It's time for bed, little sheep, the whole wide world is going to sleep. It's time to sleep, little bird, so close your eyes, not another word. It's time to sleep, little bee. Yes, I love you, and you love me. It's time to sleep, little snake. Goodness gracious me, you're still awake. It's time to sleep, little pup. If you don't sleep soon, the sun will be up. It's time to sleep, little dear. The very last kiss is almost here. The stars on high are shining bright. Sweet dreams, my darling. Sleep well. Good night. All right, can you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes? Wiggle your shoulders. And how about your nose? Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees and stretch your arms? And get ready, please, for the flannel board. And tonight we're going to do a finger play song that we often have done here at Pajama Storytime or Bedtime Stories. So I have my log up here, and can you guess who's going to be sitting on that log? I hope they'll show up. Oh, yes, they do. Wasn't sure about green on green. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get back here. Give them a little more room. These are made a little bit different than most of the others. These are actually paper, and I put some sandpaper on the back to make them stick to the flannel. There we go. So there are our 5 green and speckled frogs. Now there are 5 green and speckled frogs who sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs, yum, yum. Now one jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs, glub, glub. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs, glub, glub. Now 3 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs, glub, glub. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs, yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog, glub, glub. Shall we sing this verse fast? That's always fun. Take a deep breath. 1 green and speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs, yum, yum. Now he jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Did I catch you? All right, let's finish up with our Going to Bed book by Sandra Boynton. And there's Bernard. That's why he likes this one. This is published by Little Simon Books. Now the sun has set. not long ago. Now everybody goes below to take a bath in one big tub with soap all over. Scrub, scrub, scrub. They hang their towels on the wall and find pajamas big and small. And with some on top and some beneath, they brush and brush and brush their teeth. And when that moon is on the rise, they all go up to exercise. And down once more, but not so fast. They're on their way to bed at last. The day is done. They say good night. And somebody turns off the light. The moon is high. The sea is deep. And they rock and rock and rock to sleep. So thank you for joining us here tonight. We had fun with our stories. We hope you enjoyed them. And we'll be back another time for some more bedtime stories here at Wood Library. Bye-bye.